minutes to get to him yesterday.
That was just a long warm-up.
Oh, okay.
Here's Russell Wilson after warm-ups before the game, going up against Matt Ryan. Matty Ice looking for his very first career playoff win. Looking for Roddy White here, 13 yards. Rolling out to his right, got the first down, beating Richard Sherman down to the Seattle 28.
You know, this is a type of route that you knew the Atlanta Falcons were going to use to try to break the transition of those big cornerbacks, have them to be able to move their feet a little bit.
Beautiful.
Sherman making up some ground there late to knock it away.
That's the luxury of being 6'3" at the cornerback position. Your range and your length allows you to have that makeup ability.
And you know what he's saying right there? You're crazy for throwing at me.
He said that a lot
You're
early
crazy
in the game.
for throwing at me.
Now, Matt Ryan had interception issues in his previous postseason starts, more interceptions than touchdowns in his postseason career. There's a pick by Bobby Wagner.
It's up and down for Matt Ryan, certainly in this game. You saw some good, you saw some bad, but he still has to continue to meet the adversity and get over it. And this is a Seahawks team, guys, that plays with a ton of motion, and they feed off of that emotion.
Russell Wilson now play action. Now has some time early, nothing he likes. And here's the threat. Still looking.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it myself and get 17.
And that's what makes it so hard on the defense, because if you try to attack him and rush him, he can make a play with his feet and he's going to beat you. Then you have to sit back and kind of toy with yourself, thinking, okay, we're not going to apply pressure. And then he beats you regardless, because you're giving him time to sit back and let guys get open.
Marshawn Lynch, good run until right there. Ball knocked out by Sean Weatherspoon, recovered by Justin Babineau.
Well, this is a repeat of last week, and certainly last week he was down at the goal line. Pete Carroll steps up and says, hey, we're going to need you if we're going to get back in this ball game, but you have to secure the football.
Roddy White's 16-yard gain, 3rd down and 14, great placement there by Matt Ryan. Next play, 1st and 10. Chase Kaufman down the right side.
Beautiful catch. Great throw, put in a spot where only his receiver could catch it, but you expect these catches out of Tony Gonzalez, not Chase Kaufman, but that's beautiful.
It is amazing the catches these tight ends can make nowadays.
That's a nice segue, Darren, to this, because here's a veteran side end making a heck of a catch, keeping both feet in. Tony Gonzalez, 1-yard touch. The Falcons up 10-0.
It is just amazing the kind of catches these tight ends can make nowadays.
And that's not an easy throw for a quarterback to roll to his left, set his feet, and throw it. And as you see in the background, Matt Ryan gets knocked to the turf. So great throw and a great catch. And the Falcons had all the momentum in this game in the first half.
Jacquizz Rodgers, we hear a lot about how small he is. Not really running small right there.
Little man packs some punch.
Ask Earl Thomas how small he is.
Well, those are two small guys going at it. And Jacquizz Rodgers won the battle of the little guy.
But those are 2 Pro Bowlers trying to bring him down, and Red Bryant. And you see Red Bryant can't get him to the ground.
That's probably more impressive right there, getting off of the big defensive line.
And then Earl Thomas, he trucked him, as they say. You ever been trucked like that?
No, a truck is when you end up on your back, going backwards. That's more of a stall, and then you just kind of fell off like a stalemate.
45-yard run
Felt like he got
Rodgers.
trucked.
Same drive. Matt Ryan, Roddy White. Julio Jones, incomplete. Richard Sherman defending again.
You crazy for throwing it at me.
Besides the big play we're going to see later, Richard Sherman played a heck of a football game.
Yes, he did.
He was a lockdown corner all day.
Zach Miller over 100 yards today, down the middle there for 34.
That was quite a connection all day long. Zach Miller went into the locker room early, banged up a little bit, but came out and had an outstanding afternoon.
3rd down and 1. Robert Turbin stuffed.
Do you kick the field goal here to just try to switch momentum?
I
had no problem with this.
You really?
I didn't.
You have to get points. You just got to kind of break the seal. You don't want to have that goose egg on the scoreboard for that long.
So 4th and 1, and Michael Robinson stuffed by the safety, William Moore.
You got to take the points. And as we see, that came into play later in the game.
I have to be consistent. At the time, I said I don't have a problem with it, so I can't second guess it now.
There goes Michael Turner. He had 98 yards rushing, longest gain right there on his day for 33.
Yeah, we didn't expect the Falcons to lead the way running the football in this ball game.
1st and 10, looking for Roddy White. And he's got him if the throw is perfect, and it is.
See, and you can't put that all on Richard Sherman. Cam Chancellor, the safety for the Seahawks, has to be deeper to protect the cornerback who's running. Roddy White is running away from him, so it's tough. He has a bad angle. Cam Chancellor should be the last line of defense to prevent that from getting over top of their head.
Roddy did a great job, too, keeping that stem straight to the very end, which would keep the cornerback, Richard Sherman, on his heel and his hip to the very last moment.
More Zach Miller. What a big day he had. 142 yards receiving on 8 catches. Gets 20 right there.
Well, they were in the trail position all game long.
3rd down, 11. Wilson
Big.
brought down by Babineau.
That sack is big because it did not allow for the clock to stop by incompletion, and that's why they did not have enough time to run this ball to get the field goal unit onto the
First half, Seahawks had the ball in Atlanta territory 3 times, twice in the red zone, and they go into the half with a goose egg.
Yeah, that's why I say kick the field goal. Earlier in the game, get some points. Always 20-20.
Yeah.
Clock go to 0 for the halftime, and no score again for Seattle, trailing 20
That's
to
okay.
nothing.
They've been there.
Halftime.
Been there, done that.
It was 14-0 last week after the first quarter in Washington. So Russell Wilson taking off again, picking up 17 down to the 49.
The thing I like about when he decides to scramble, picking at the right time, not just always running every time no one's open.
6 plays later, 1st and 10. Wants Golden Tate. Golden Tate is that open and finds his way to the end zone. It's now 20-7.
I mean, we have seen Russell Wilson do a lot on the edge and do a lot with his feet. He played for the first 50 minutes of this game from the pocket and threw it exceptionally well.
Julio Jones cuts it up, 1st down and then some, gets 21 yards to the Seattle 23.
Again, momentum means everything. Seattle had grasped a little bit of it until this drive.
Tony Gonzalez, 6 catches,
That's
51
crazy.
yards. And how about that one right there for 11 on 3rd down and 9?
As a safety, I mean, you get up. How disappointing is that?
It's impossible because you're on his body, but he still has the strong enough hands to make the catch.
Shovel pass. Jason Snelling, 5-yard Falcon touchdown. Now back to a 20-point lead.
That was a great
Big
play
answer.
call by Dirk Cutter. But you're right, huge answer. Now momentum back on the Atlanta Falcons sideline.
4th quarter, 27-7. 2nd down and goal. Russell Wilson, a couple of touchdown passes today. And 1 touchdown run coming right here.
It's just so hard to defend.
Yeah, but 27-7 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And they come back, wow.
27-14 now.
And that's a rookie quarterback. He got down 14 in Washington last week. He brought them back, got down 20 zip. He brings them back again.
We've seen this
Careless
before.
throw right there from Matt Ryan. That's his 2nd interception of the day. That one picked off by Earl Thomas.
Great job of Earl Thomas being the last line of defense, what we talked about before, where Cam Chancellor needed to be coming over the top, helping out his cornerback, making a great interception, big interception at this time.
Look at that.
He's a laser.
And that's from the pocket. I mean, this young man is just capable of so much.
Sidney Rice for 24, 2 plays later. Can't find anything he likes downfield. Flips it out to Robert Turbin. There he goes. 30-yard Seahawk gain down to the Atlanta 3-yard line.
And so many of these big plays with backs sneaking out of the backfield or tight ends releasing after chipping happen because Russell Wilson can buy that extra second.
Play action. Where's my tight end, Zach Miller? There he is, wide open. It's now 27-21.
And we have a game, folks.
Capital M, capital O. Big Mo on the side of the Seattle Seahawks at this point.
From 27-7 to 27-21. Matt Ryan now back with it. Short to DJ Davis. He picks up only 6. Key because it was 3rd down and 13.
Felt like the Atlanta Falcons started to feel a little bit of tightness.
They started thinking too much.
Seahawks with the ball now. Wilson going to let it fly for Sidney Rice. Thomas Deku.
Great play by the safety, Thomas Deku. That's a tough pass to complete because it's so long and you have the time to react because the ball is in the air so long. But great play by the safety, Thomas Deku.
3rd down and 10. Eventually going to find Sidney Rice. Can't throw it a whole lot better. You did see the flag. Sidney Rice can't come up with it. Would not have counted anyway. Max Unger called for an illegal chop block. Falcons after a punt take
this
over
is when you need to end the game right here. You have to convert and not allow the Seahawks to get the ball back.
That was actually a good throw that went through Roddy White's hands. I'm not sure Roddy White had gotten the depth to get the first down, but
that was a 3rd down and 8. Failure to pick it up. Seahawks back with the football. Looking for Golden Tate. Got him 19 yards to the 32.
And Paul, why he's so tough is because they can't get pressure on him because if they do try to blitz, he might take off and beat you with his feet. And he's also smart enough to know how to get the ball out of his hands. So they're kind of in a tough situation, this Atlanta Falcons defense.
Look at the playmate here. Sean Weatherspoon had it.
It's so demoralizing.
Marshawn Lynch instead gets 24.
Great players make great plays.
Now, at this particular time, you got 30 seconds left in this ball game. Momentum on your side. Just get it in, which they're fortunate enough to do. That ball crosses the goal line, the point of the goal line before it pops into the hands of his center.
You see, the ball comes out right as he is right at the goal line. The play under review. We take another look. Only the fumbler can recover, but Lynch appears to break the plane. So the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown, Marshawn Lynch.
25 seconds left. They have the ball on their own 27 or 28 yard line.
Where is he going to go? Defense.
There you go.
Of course.
22 yards.
Now remember,
called timeout.
The middle of the field is still accessible because you have another timeout left. So you can't be concerned about that. And what does Matty Ryan do?
He finds a wide open Tony Gonzalez.
Beautiful.
He gets 19 and they use their final
smart
timeout.
Football.
Yeah, it is. It is. But as a defensive coach, my philosophy is continue to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Don't sit back. But a lot of times you do that, you allow this to happen. Teams can get a lot of big chunks.
Matt Bryant, 49 yards out, up and in Atlanta with 2 pass completions on the drive. They're now up 30-28.
And they decided to kick that with 13 seconds left because they had 0 timeouts left, and they did not want to have a situation that the Seahawks had at the end of the first half.
It was a strange kickoff there.
I did not understand that decision.
So 2 seconds left after Russell Wilson had a short completion. Fires to the end zone, and the Falcons have the hands team in. And that means that Julio Jones is there. And he has an interception, and the Atlanta Falcons finally have a playoff win.
Unbelievable. The turn of events over the last 5 minutes.
If you're an Atlanta Falcons fan,
the entire second half of the game.
Get your blood pressure checked.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Wilson in a losing effort was
terrific.
Just dynamic.